Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome to my first live stream broadcast. This is the first broadcast I'm going to be doing out of a 30-day series where I'm going to be sharing all sorts of tips and tricks about ActiveCampaign. So, my name's Robert St. Hilaire. I'm an ActiveCampaign certified consultant, and I thought I'd start this 30 days off with a little bit about me so you can get to know me better and why I left a 23-year career in software automation uh, to do active campaign automations and to help folks like you, solopreneurs, small businesses, coaches, consultants, course creators, e-commerce folks get more clients, get more business, grow your list. Active Campaign's an extraordinarily powerful program that fits perfectly for us little businesses, uh, where we can actually get a lot of functionality and good bang for the buck. So, anyways, a little bit about me. I'm going to go way back. After I left the army in the 1980s, okay, I'm dating myself. I've been doing this for a little while. I went to a career in sales. I got my stockbroker license. I sold stocks, bonds, retirement plans, insurances, all sorts of things like that. But I also did a bunch of retail sales in between other jobs and things like that. Um, I sold bikes, which is my major passion in the world. You'll hear a lot more about that. I'm a cyclist, skis and outdoor equipment, all the stuff that I love to do. And I really think that the retail experience, especially, is informing a lot of what I've come up with in Active Campaign because Active Campaign allows me to have a retail type experience with my customers, with my subscribers. So, and I'm going to be getting more into that in other videos. Um, and so I studied. I went to school, studied computer science and engineering after the sales and at Northern Arizona University, and we moved back home to New Hampshire and continued that degree study. But I never finished it. I got a job in technology in 1997 during the big internet boom, and I never looked back. I started as a software automation engineer and quality assurance. And basically, what I did is I wrote software that tested the software that my company produced. And my company actually was producing a customer relationship management software. So I've got a lot of experience from the inside of CRM and how it works and how it's supposed to work. And another one of the things I love about Active Campaign and so throughout that career, I quickly moved into leadership and ran teams and built teams all over the world that did automation. Also, was running the performance testing for DirecTV.com and the NFL Sunday Ticket, not the streaming, just the sign up and registration part. Um, for 5 years for DirecTV. I'm a transformational leader. Love to go into new companies, or I should say, old companies that have failing quality assurance operations and kind of bring them up to snuff. I'm also a trained Six Sigma black belt and did a lot of process improvement work, mostly at Fidelity Investments, but it's informed my entire career. And it certainly informs what I'm doing now as an active campaign consultant because seriously, folks, a lot of getting active campaign right is getting your processes in place first and how to get from A to B in the best way possible. Right. So throughout this career, I've also started the New Hampshire Junior Cycling Academy, where we taught junior cyclists from age 14 to 18 how to actually it was age 12 to 18 how to race bikes, both mountain biking and road biking. And I'm really proud of that achievement because I could bring my leadership skills to the fore. I had a board of directors and all that stuff. And I was a certified coach, as I had a couple other certified coaches. And we had New Hampshire champions, we had district champions, and we also had a young lady at age 14 become the junior national mountain bike champion, which is a real big deal. The Stars and Stripes jerseys is kind of a cool thing to be able to wear when you're racing. So, and again, I loved the coaching. I loved helping those kids succeed at what they did. It was a lot of work, I'll tell you that. Um, and so, you know, throughout this, and I want to jump back to my sales career real quick and just talk about Zig Ziglar because I read a lot of books and did a lot of study and had a lot of formal training in sales. And but the one book that stood out the most is Zig Ziglar's Secrets to Closing the Sale. And anyone that's ever read it knows exactly what I'm going to say next. And that is he's got a very famous quote out of that I realized that I've kind of ended up living my life by that, and I think I was living my life by that before anyways, but it goes something like, "If you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want." And that's really high integrity sales, and that's really what I'm teaching here with ActiveCampaign and how to configure it best. Now, ActiveCampaign started coining this term customer experience automation a few years ago, and it's actually the new buzzword that replaces email marketing. I'm going to be talking about what the differences are between those two as well. But customer experience automation CXA is one of those things that where you're really serving your subscribers and your clients, but mostly your subscribers. You're giving them huge value for free so that they see just how good you are and how much you care about them so that they're going to want to sign up and do business with you or buy your product or whatever you happen to be doing. Um, and so fast forward here, we're in 2020, COVID starts. I've had a few life events that occurred that year that really were pretty negative. And I was working as a director of software quality assurance, running automation and also running deployments for that company here in Silicon Valley. And I'm located in Redwood City. And things just went south. And I got to a point with everything, as a lot of us did. And I like to joke that I started the Great Resignation in 2020 because I resigned from my career. I just couldn't do it anymore. Um, I needed a break. And so I was like, I didn't know what I was going to do. But so what I did is I took 2021 off. I took the year off and I rode my bike. I put a lot of miles in, got back into shape, lost a lot of weight, and got my life back together. And through that time, I'm like, well, what do I love to do? And I've been using ActiveCampaign since 2014. I discovered it. I had a friend that got me into internet marketing right around that time. And being the technologist that I am, I love digging into things. And so I actually started with the one that everybody starts with is MailChimp. And back then, MailChimp had nothing. Um, and I went to Get Response and Aweber, and again, they didn't have what ActiveCampaign had even back then, which was automations and tagging. I mean, some of the simple stuff now, they all do it now, and they're all like kind of copying ActiveCampaign. And ActiveCampaign's been around since the early 2000s. They started as an install-only software for larger corporations, for customer relationship management and emailing, and they've brought it public, and they've got this kind of like this great system, as you know, if you're already using it. So, um, anyways, I always loved out of everything I did, and I've set up multiple membership sites. I've used multiple plugins in WordPress. I write websites, and uh, I've done multiple LMSs. I learned use LearnDash now with Wishlist Member and ThriveCart on WordPress. But I realized that what I really love to do the most is ActiveCampaign, and so I went ahead. I got my ActiveCampaign certified consultant. I passed the test. And here I am. I'm starting this new business, RSA&H Consulting, to help folks find more subscribers in their list, in their active campaign list, so that they can increase their client base or their customer base, and in turn increase revenue. And that's really what Active Campaign can do. It's not just about auto replies and a couple campaigns here and there. There's a lot going on that I'm here to teach, and and so that's what I'm gonna be covering in the next 30 days, as well as my training. I've got some training that I'm building out on my website at rsnh.com. And so before I leave, I got to do a little pitch here. I want to just show you real quick. This is my first product. This comes out of my 9-step subscriber to client roadmap, and it actually comes out of step 6. Which is all about pipelines. And what this is the scoring pipeline checklist. And with this, this is actually one of the cores of the system that I teach, is find the subscribers in your lists, or as Active Campaign likes to call them, contacts, um, in your list that are most likely to convert. And it basically uses different scoring methodologies and a pipeline and a couple automations. And it will bubble those folks to the top. So you can go to the pipeline and see it. And actually, the cool stuff about this is that because we're using contact scoring, it'll actually show up in your Active Campaign dashboard, so you can see who the people who are that are most active. So this takes the standard default engagement automations that ActiveCampaign has, and just builds and builds and builds on it. So you've got a neat system. And this is a checklist that's going to go through and show you how to do it. There's a free download um, for my scoring worksheet where you can figure out your scoring for everybody. And the URL for this is going across the bottom of the screen. It's go.rsnh.com/scoring dash checklist. And so go get it and check it out. You can learn more about me that way as well. And I'll see you tomorrow. And hey, let's all go out and bring some good to this world, huh? Thanks for watching.